Hello, and welcome to another episode of Peculiar Endeavors podcast. I'm Emily, and I am your host. Many times in any kind of spiritual context, when you're listening to, any kind of gurus or any people that talk about spirituality and they speak about food, most of them are advocating to be a vegan or a vegetarian. So this is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and in a way I do understand, because most of them do talk about, you don't want to hurt the animal, and also this whole thing of like the animals, soul or personality, that you're eating it and things like this. And I find that so dangerous. And although there's a lot of points made of why you should not be eating meat, at the same time, the most of the people that are advocating for to become a vegetarian or a vegan, they also like nature. So they're talking about nature and how you should be kind to nature and you should be environmentally aware. So I'm asking now for people that do think this way, what is so natural about vegetables and grains and all the vegan food and vegetarian food that is being made in factories, and also all the supplements that they seem to be constantly taking. I find it very interesting that these kind of practices, or more or less forbidding people to eat meat and then promoting to take supplements. Mind you, I used to think about this before as well, as I have been a vegetarian myself, and it's very easy to blindly believe this narrative. And this is why I wanted to kind of talk about both food and spirituality at the same time. Because while you eliminate all meat products from your diet, you're basically eliminating vital vitamins and minerals and amino acids that you cannot get from any other food sources. And there is no nut that is going to give you the same fat as butter, for example. There is no oil that is going to do this. There is no pulses or beans or other substitutes that are going to give you protein, because your body can't absorb it. So you're basically making yourself weaker. And I just find it's just so strange to me. And yeah, like I said before, like I used to think that eating meat was not a good idea, but I've been thinking about this a lot. And ever since humans existed, we have always been eating meat, and when it comes to humans living in colder climates as well, or when it's winter, like you can't grow random things, you know, you have to eat meat. So, what does this mean? That these people will never be able to be enlightened, or these people can't be spiritual? Like, what does this mean? Are you going to be excluding people that live like this? I mean, it's just absolutely rubbish to me. It's a man-made fiction to me. I do believe that having factories with animals and slaughterhouses and things like this and giving them antibiotics, not treating the animals well, that is very wrong. And I don't think that should ever be allowed to happen. I mean, chickens that live on top of each other and all of this, that should never be allowed to happen. This is modern world. Modern world being cruel and not spiritual at all. But if you treat the animal right, you give them a good life, you don't let them live like you're preparing them, to become food, then that's very different. I would like to quickly also say that all the vegetables that we have are not natural. What I mean about being vegan or vegetarian is not natural is because, yeah, even though vegetables are growing, they don't naturally grow in nature. All vegetables are man-made. And yeah, we can talk about this more, but all vegetables are man-made. You do look it up if you'd like. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting rabbit hole to go down. And on top of that, you have all the pesticides and the fact that they're killing the earth around it, where they grow things, where they grow crops, is also another story. With the pesticides, they also polluting the waters nearby. So how is this a good thing? Just because people want to be vegans or they want to eat some bread. These things might be good to have, when there's a famine and you can't really feed everyone. But it's the same thing as, slaughterhouses is the same thing when it comes to growing crops. It's on a such big scale and it's just not good for nature. It's just not natural. And to look how the landscape looks like is just landscapes of squares growing different crops, which is just crazy when you think about it. When I buy meat, for example, the first thing when I started eating meat, the first thing was to look up an ethical farm where you can, get pasture raised animals. Pasture raised for life is what you want to be looking for when it comes to any kind of meat. And also when it comes to eggs and chickens and milk and butter and all of that. this is what you want. And obviously you want the farms to treat the animals right. You want them to be able to, run around free and graze and mind their own business. And I think this is very important, and most people don't think about it. I really don't think so. And if you have, let's say you have a cow, one cow can feed like a person for a very long time, if you think about it. And back in the day, people used to eat everything. And, if you went into the woods and you went hunting and you got a deer, you made use of every single thing. You're grateful, number one, to the animal, and you ate the meat. You used the fur or their hide, and like nothing went to waste. But nowadays we're just very wasteful as well. So this is why things are just so wrong. But I really do not believe, and many times when I listen to, I don't know, YouTube videos or podcasts, and one of the things that is being said to become a vegan because you feel sorry for the animals, or you feel sad and grief and all of that, I just find it a little bit outdated and a strange way of thinking. I understand, I do, like, it's not like I don't have empathy. And yeah, if I could, I would let everyone just live, obviously, but you yourself are also going to die one day. You yourself can also get hunted if it wasn't for the fact that we were so domesticated. But if, for example, if you lived in the savannah somewhere, a lion would not care. They would hunt you down and eat you. They don't care. Do you know where I'm coming from? So this is a kind of cycle of life as well, even though it's maybe not a nice thing to think about. But I think it's very important to make sure that you are also healthy. Because if you're not healthy, you won't be able to live the life that you should. And, if you don't eat things that your body needs, how are you supposed to function, like your brain, your body? I mean, when I was a vegetarian, I suffered from anemia, and it was terrible. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't really do anything. I was just tired all the time. So I think thinking about it twice, if you getting yourself into, if you are thinking about following a guru or something and they are promoting a lifestyle of being vegan or vegetarian, do think twice about it. Would you want to stop eating something that is actually nutritious for you? just because someone else tells you to do that, because it makes you more enlightened. Because to me, it's quite frankly a lot of bullshit. It's almost like they're trying to keep you weak. And I come from a place, I'm not a person that is, love, light, and love. Love, light, and love. Did I say love twice? I'm not a person that is good vibes only. I guess I'm a dark person. I'm not really, but I'm very realistic, and I guess I have this darker side to me. Some people would say, and some people would say it sounds cruel. But this is where I come from. I also don't believe that living on Earth is I don't think it's like necessarily like a prison, or like it's not that I'm trying to, so many people are trying to escape it, but it's like if you try to escape the life on Earth, then I don't know, then how a lot of people would just like stop to exist. And you don't want that. You want to have the experience. So you might as well do the best you can while you're here. That's what I'm thinking. And we are here now and in these bodies, and we need to live. So we have to deal with it the best as possible. But I think eliminating actual good nutrition is not a good idea. So I just wanted to make this short podcast or episode just to maybe get someone thinking. Maybe Google where vegetables come from. And don't blindly follow people that are telling you how to live your life. I think it's great to take, to listen and to see what people have to say. But I would never suggest to blindly follow anything, specifically if it has, a health kind of impact on you. So, let me know what you think about it, and I'll speak to you soon.